Hi guys, welcome back to Spirit Source Tarot. Today we're going to do your monthly reading. So we're going to pull 4 cards and clarify as much as we have to. For the new people, hello and welcome. I'm Angie. Nice to meet you, and thank you all so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing and helping to grow this channel. So as I was saying, we are going to do our monthly reading, and we're going to pull 4 cards. We're going to clarify each card as much as we have to. Hang on one second, I got distracted. Sorry about that. I thought I heard the door. I was like, what's that? So, as I was saying, we're going to pull 4 cards, clarify as much as we have to, and each of those cards is going to stand to uncover a summary of the weeks ahead. So, thank you for letting me chat it up and get your energy in these cards. Let's start with Leo. Let's get your cards pulled. First card out for you is the 5 of Coins. And I just decided, you know what? I was having technical difficulties trying to get the other camera to record the cards, and then it wouldn't sync. And I was like, you know what? Let's just leave that part out this time. I'll go back to doing the tabletop stuff next week. So, 5 of Coins. Second card is the Queen of Swords. Ooh, third card is the Devil. I hear like stealing, thievery, something. And your fourth card here is the 4 of Wands. So you got the 5 of Coins, Queen of Swords, the Devil, and the 4 of Wands. So definitely an instance of, you know, parting ways from a toxic partnership. Okay? On paper, the pairing, the union looks great, but there is a severe toxic element in here, and that's represented by the Devil. The Queen of Swords is here representing there is a truth, there's a breakthrough, there's also a separation that's needed. Okay, Queen of Swords also stands for divorce, courts of that nature. And then you have the 5 of Coins. So somebody could be hanging in there in a toxic environment because of their fear of having to start again, maybe having to struggle a little bit to get back into a comfortable lifestyle. Some people will hold off on getting out of a toxic environment because they cannot afford it. So those of you who are in this predicament, and please feel free to swap the energies, as well as if this is not your reading, take what you can, but if it's not your reading, enjoy the reading and support others. So here we are in a situation that a lot of us find ourselves in, where we want to leave but we can't because we can't afford to at this time or stage. Somebody could have been like a stay-at-home parent or married to somebody in the military here and had to like jump around with their career, so you weren't able to maybe stick with one particular company. It's a bit easier to do nowadays with all this telecommuting, but there is a need to free yourself of this situation. So let's clarifying the 5 of Coins. 5 of Coins is clarified by the 2 of Swords. This is what I'm talking about. Unable to make a move. It's not time yet. Finances and other things of that nature need to be put into place, or you need to be able to afford it. Maybe this is the month where you're going to start doing that research and seeing what you could afford. Maybe it was stalled before, but now it's like unbearable, so you want to and have to make that move out, venture out. Queen of Swords is separated. Is clarified by the Fool. Okay? New life, chopping it off here. Chopping it slam off. New life. It's time to be free of this situation. It's time to be happier, is what we're feeling here into the second week of July. The Devil is clarified for Leo. The Devil is clarified by the 6 of Wands. So not only is somebody highly egotistical, toxic, They look for the grass to be greener. They entertain others. They like external attention. There is no, in this person's eyes, there's no stopping. They cannot get enough. They absolutely cannot get enough here. And so now we're seeing this toxic nature of the person you're dealing with, and the need to just be done with the situation. Clarifying the Four of Wands. This is right at the end of the month. Clarifying the Four of Wands. The Chariot. It's time to go. And I feel like you guys have acquired quite a bit in the time that you were together. And that's part of how this person here, clarifying the Devil, that's part of their ego. The fact that you guys have been successful in your eyes. You have been successful in your eyes. And they use that to manipulate others into the attention that they need. And that's what we were saying also in the beginning, that it's hard to go from a certain standard of living. Four of Wands clarified by the Chariot. It's hard to go from a certain standard of living to feeling like you're starting all over again, feeling like the Five of Coins, and just hard to figure out, how am I going to do this? Brace myself. Can I, move from this to maybe that temporarily, whatever that might be for you. There is an issue here of either not being able to afford to leave just yet. You might have responsibilities that are costly every month, daycare, car notes, house note, all sorts of things that it isn't as easy as pick up and go. Let's clarify further. Let me get these good old shuffle. Yeah, thank you guys for hanging in there, because my readings can be triggering. If somebody's going through this right now, we support you. We have all been there once upon a time, if not currently right now. Clarifying the Five of Coins right next to the Two of Swords, as clarified by the Fool again. Somebody desperately wants their freedom. Somebody's just biding their time, knowing that once these finances come together, they will be free. It's how it's feeling. It's how you're feeling right now. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords right next to the Fool. And that's clarified by the Devil again. This is the hold. That's clarified by the Devil again. This is that we've acquired, we have things tangled up in common, responsibilities and other sorts of tangible items here, homes, cars, what have you. You might even be in business together. I'm seeing the Chariot here with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands also stands for a good partnership, period, in general. That with the Chariot is letting me know that there's business here. That with another successful card of achievement here is that there is a business here. There is a status level here, okay? So being able to also separate yourself from those creature comforts, from that status, from that lifestyle. Let's just be honest here. We're all human. We might miss that. However, you can create it on your own. Don't forget. Clarifying the Devil right next to the Six of Wands. And that's clarified by the Hermit. That's clarified by the Hermit. There is an element here that we have to look at. And I think that's what you've been wrestling with since day one with this Five of Coins. Knowing you have to make that decision. And then also being able to separate yourself from a lifestyle that you've earned. At that, you're just not grown accustomed to it. You have earned it. You've rolled up your sleeves and pitched in just as much as this person. And that's why it was and it's still kind of hard to separate. The Queen of Swords is here, clarified by the Devil. The initial Devil card is here, clarified by the Six of Wands and the Hermit. There is a by right here. So don't think that you're just being superficial or materialistic. No, you've earned those accolades. You've earned that lifestyle. Clarifying the Four of Wands right next to the Chariot. Oh, that wants to come out. That was the Four of Coins wanting to come out. Clarifying the Four of Wands right next to the Chariot. And that's clarified by the Four of Coins. It certainly did come out. That's what I always say. If it wants to come out, it will. This is the security that you guys have built. And Spirit wants you to know, taking half is not, you're not committing daylight robbery. You're taking half of what you've earned. You know, getting some sort of spousal support. It's not in some sort of spiteful way. You are living at a certain level now. You know, you shouldn't have to lose your car, lose your lifestyle, or go from, you know, living, I'm just going to throw something out there. Let's say you're going from a mansion to a freaking studio apartment. That would be hard to do because you've acquired so much, you know, and you don't have to worry about looking a certain way or checking yourself to make sure that you're doing it and you're being fair. You certainly are. And what we're seeing here is this person might might put up a fight trying to hold on to those items that you've acquired there, trying to hold on to the finances and the status symbols and other trinkets that is important to this person, the financial security and the stability. You know, this is yours. Spirit wants you to know it is yours to take with you. Clarifying the Five of Coins. Very good. Totally support that. If you put in the work, you damn sure deserve. You don't have to walk away from it. But this person, like, because of the toxicity, you might just want to wash your hands off of it. But I don't think you should. And you don't have to. Clarifying the Five of Coins right next to the Fool. And that's clarified by the Four of Swords. So we're in contemplation mode. We're not doing anything just yet. Okay, it's backwards in the camera. So we're in contemplation mode when it comes to this. You know full well in the middle there that there will be you'll have a new lease on life. There'll be a sense of freedom, a new sense of freedom. But it's all about making that move, getting your ducks in a row. That's where you are. You know, investigating with the Queen of Swords what it's going to take, how to draw up that paperwork. You know, do you need a lawyer, or can you agree on things amicably? These are all things that the Queen of Swords is going to be putting into place as well, beginning second month in July. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords one more time, right next to the Devil. And that's clarified by the King of Swords. This is a straight up divorce. Okay? This is, I'm holding it the right way this time, so it's backwards in the camera. But this is a straight up divorce. King of Swords. Queen of Swords is clarified by the Fool, separating, taking a risk, taking a chance on yourself, a new lease in life, right? Clarified by the Devil, separating yourself from this toxic relationship. And here's the King of Swords. This is a divorce. These are two divorced people. These are two people that will need some sort of mediation in the middle to divide these assets. Okay? And this is also representing what you're leaving behind. The Devil, the toxicity. You're going to make up your mind definitively for the second week of July to look into starting this paperwork or collecting all the documents that you need to provide the supporting documentation for. Okay, so put that back in order. Let's clarify the Devil, shall we? So good news, you know. And sometimes separating right down the line is the best thing for everyone's happiness, especially if you have children. Even if you're not arguing around them, just the tension and the separated energies, you know, is enough to cause a lot of stress for them and yourself. Passive stress. Clarifying the Devil right next to the Hermit. And that's clarified by the Ace of Cups. This has been a long-standing relationship. This has been a long-standing relationship. This has been somebody that you loved through the toxicity. There's no anger here. There's absolutely no anger here whatsoever. It's almost like you feel sorry for this person that they absolutely cannot see, and if they can, they're not willing to change. They're not willing to change. So this has been a long-standing relationship. You are at the point where you almost pity this person. That's clarified by the Ace of Cups and the Hermit. You pity this person for not seeing their toxic ways, or even just not wanting to improve. So you know what's in store for somebody else that comes along to have a relationship with this person. Let's clarify the Four of Wands right next to the Four of Pentacles for Leo. Excellent. So it looks like July is a month of empowerment for you. Clarifying the Four of Wands for Leo right next to the Four of Pentacles. And that's clarified by the Nine of Cups. That is clarified by the Nine of Cups. Absolutely, this is what we're talking about. The freedom of being free. This Nine of Cups is success. This is the success. Let me see if I hold it right so you can see. This is the success of the relationship. This is what we said, that there is a business here. There's some sort of income generating machine, if you will, that you two have put into place together. And you're not going to walk away from the success that you have built with this person in the past. You are going to get what is rightfully yours. Don't you worry about a thing. And, you know, lawyering up, just to me, it helps to keep things clean and simple and as stress-free as possible. Let neutral parties handle it so you don't have to sort of engage. So let's take a look at our Deviant Moon corner. First card out is the Emperor. Second card out is the Two of Pentacles. And your third card, Seven of Swords. You see that? The Emperor, Two of Pentacles, and Seven of Swords. So you do have a slight fear that this person is going to try some underhand tactics. They are going to perhaps claim that, you know, the business isn't worth what they're saying, and you know, whatever people do, hide money, overseas bank accounts, and for us normal people, just fudging the books. You know, stashing money somewhere that you might not know, or assets, hidden assets and such. You don't expect this person to play fair, and they probably will not. So I think the best bet for you this month is the right thing. I think this Queen of Swords is also standing for getting a lawyer. And the King of Swords here is doubling up as the other person's lawyer. In order to free yourself, this person is going to play hardball. They are not going to be fair. They weren't fair in the relationship. They're not going to be fair in the separation of this relationship. This is definitely representing to me here, as well as the divorce. It is representing to me here two lawyers hammering out what it's going to take to create this freedom away from this toxic relationship here in the middle. So I think that's the best bet. It looks like the outcome for you is the Nine of Cups. Let's not forget. So it's going to be a successful outcome for you, Leo. All right, guys, thank you so much for letting me share. I appreciate that, and I look forward to doing your weekly readings. Bye.